Welcome back. So our first question, do you recommend the abstinence of coffee? 1 year after quitting my morning cup, I seem to actually have more stress and fatigue. So this is a very interesting question. And my mind is already going about 100 different ways thinking about this individual. I will tell you what the data shows. We're going to talk black caffeinated coffee. Once you start putting artificial sweeteners and creamers, and then we're talking other substances other than coffee. So we're going to leave that question out. The data shows that people who drink no more than moderate amounts of coffee on a daily basis that is black caffeinated have lower all-cause mortality risks. They have lower diabetes, lower cancer risk, lower Alzheimer's dementia risk. In fact, the data shows that the caffeine with some of the antioxidants in the coffee removes amyloid proteins out of the brain and improves neurocognition, etc. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Tim, as a cardiologist who reviewed that literature, I would agree with that.
Okay, thanks.
As long as it's black.
Yeah, black. That's right. And then. So thank you. If you start adding sweeteners to it, then particularly artificial sweeteners, one artificial sweetener a day increases your risk of Alzheimer's dementia. So there's no benefit there. But the black coffee reduces all-cause mortality and enhances cognition. Now, what I heard in this, there are some individuals, it's also a mild improver of dopamine and norepinephrine in prefrontal cortex. So many people who have untreated ADHD end up self-treating with coffee and actually get a physiological improvement, which improves prefrontal cortex function while the coffee is on board. And and the normal process of prefrontal cortex, even if you're not focusing and problem solving or anything, just normal activity sends a calming signal down to your amygdala so you actually feel less stressed and more relaxed. And so if you have untreated ADHD and you're drinking coffee, you can actually experience a sense of relaxation and calmness rather than jitteriness from the coffee. So that's potentially one of the things that could be going on here as well. Now, the other way I deal with the coffee question is you should approach it as a medicinal, as a medicine, meaning that there are some people that should not use this. There are certain physiological requirements to life and health. The four big ones, or actually we'll say five. The five big ones are air, got to breathe to be healthy, water, food, sleep, and exercise. Those are the five big ones. Sleep is a physiological requirement. So many good things. I won't go into all the sleep physiology and what's required, but normal sleep is healthy. Some people, and because of our genetic variabilities, some people can drink a cup or two or three of coffee and not have sleep impairments. Other people drink a cup of coffee, they can't sleep. Sleep is more important than a cup of coffee. So if you drink coffee and you can't sleep well at night, then you need to give up the caffeinated coffee, okay? If you can, okay, good, no problem. So first thing, don't use it if it interferes with normal and healthy sleep. You don't want to drink coffee during the day and take over-the-counter or other sleep aids at night to sleep. Those over-the-counter sleep aids interfere with normal sleep architecture and can cause cognitive memory problems, okay? So you don't want to do that. Next, seizures. Caffeine. Caffeine can reduce seizure threshold, meaning it can make it easier for people to have a seizure. So if a person has a brittle and poorly controlled seizure disorder, then adding coffee or any caffeine substance in could make their seizure control worse. And so that would be in order. And then certain types of very severe vascular disease, like Raynaud's disease and other types of diseases, if you have really, really bad, then it's also a vasoconstrictor, and so you wouldn't want to use. So there are some settings where you wouldn't want to use it, but overall there are plenty of places it could be beneficial. So that's how I approach that. Oh, and by the way, caffeine and any other source other than green tea. Green tea also is beneficial neurocognitively and physiologically and enhances cognition in all groups. Green tea does. But any other caffeine source has not shown to be beneficial. In fact, can cause a lot of problems. So it's not simply caffeine. You can't take caffeine pills or drink sodas with caffeine. Those are all harmful.